of a strategic placement of a little.
So Edward Beale was contracted to build the first federally funded wagon road in the United States, and so he built that from Fort Smith, Arkansas, all the way out to the coast, and came across the Kaibab National Forest in 1857, and for the original survey, and then they came back and constructed that on their return trip, and then they fixed it up in 1859. Well, the postmarks, the posts were actually put in place by a gentleman named Jack Smith, and Jack was a wonderful historian, and he basically has researched the Beale Wagon Road across the West, and Jack was contracted with the forest in 1988 to mark the Beale Wagon Road across the forest. So he put those markers and all those cairns on the ground. So those have been there since a little bit more than 25 years.
The other thing I like about it is you've got the
there's some wonderful hikes, and I think the neatest part of the wagon route across the Kaibab is that much of the landscape really hasn't changed very much, as we saw when we went into Government Prairie. You can identify some of the original ruts. In many cases, the wagon road was just going overland. They would probably pick the driest spot if it were wet out and alter that route a little bit. But for the most part, today you can go out there, especially at Laws Spring. You can go see petroglyphs and also the historic inscriptions that were made at the site of the spring. And you can see Peachy Breckenridge's Laws Spring that he etched in there. And you can also see carvings from the Union Pacific Railroad survey from 1868. Well, I think what makes it stands out, well, for the first, one of the most important parts is that historically it was one of the first federally funded roads, and parts of it are still out there. So it's amazing to be able to go out to this landscape and see the landscape really as it was, 160 years ago. And that's really exciting to me, because forest management practices today are trying to, basically ensure that those landscapes are healthy and are still kind of representing what people saw